Good morning, welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, October 20th, 2018.
Today on the show, we're talking Marvel, Netflix, television.
Pokemon Go update.
And some rather strange man-hours at Rockstar.
We'll let you know what it is. See you soon.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, where we talk about movie and game and nerd news from the last
We try to pick up stuff.
week. Yeah, we
tried really hard.
This one was a slower week for news. It very much stretching. Daredevil came out,
yes.
and that's what most of the nerd outlets are really covering.
I haven't had a chance to even a little bit.
Now it's going to get canceled thanks to you and me.
Yeah, we're not
No,
binging.
No, I didn't say it.
It's
so
this
it's
weekend.
Not coming true.
We still need to watch it this weekend. By the end of this weekend.
That's true, as long as everybody at least streams a little bit of it.
No. We have to finish it.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
Just let it play.
It's really not happening.
Just let it play.
Yeah, no. No.
Welcome to the Barrel Newscast.
Yeah, so let's get to the news then.
Yes.
I guess I'm Nick.
Introductions. Yeah, I'm Tony.
I'm Chris.
Hello, welcome, gentlemen.
Speaking of Netflix Marvel shows,
this is the best news for Netflix Marvel shows.
Luke Cage,
also unsurprisingly,
on the heels of Iron Fist,
goodbye,
has been canceled.
So I'm
right.
not sure.
Yes.
It's not. Well,
I am right.
You're not right about the
Yes,
one thing
I
just
am.
yet.
I don't. That's guaranteed.
We don't know yet.
Yes,
we don't know that yet.
Yes, it is.
But
if it helps, Chris, the internet is mostly on your side on this one.
Everyone wants to be on that. Everyone wants that to be the true one story about this all. Me too. Bless you.
Thank you.
So the big piece is that
I'm holding it in.
Do it. Just hold that for the rest of the show.
And the other thing that people are saying too is because both of them got canceled, now there's kind of room for two Marvel shows. So there is the Daughters of the Dragon, which would be Misty Knight.
I think that would be worse than having
it would
what
be.
It was.
It would be.
Or what was originally there.
So that's why I'm sitting there going, like, I'm cool with Heroes for Hire and having those two characters in Heroes for Hire.
Yes.
But please don't give them their own show.
They could be a
plot of Heroes for Hire. Yeah, but I don't feel like them carrying their own show. It would turn out like Iron Fist Season 1 where it's like, what are we doing with these two? I don't know. I think they do martial arts. I think they do martial arts and shoot people.
And at this point, Marvel's probably not negotiating between Netflix for new characters, seeing as how they want to get their own streaming stuff going, right?
I don't know how all that pans out.
Yeah, because I don't know how Punisher got added to the mix. All I remember is watching Daredevil, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, Punisher's got his own show. I'm like, but you guys only had 4 shows plus the Defenders. How did Punisher get that?
Like, so popular.
Well, and it's great that he's popular, but it's just, I feel like Marvel would have been, if they had this Disney Play stuff in their background, they might have wanted to do that.
But to be fair, their Disney Play stuff, they weren't thinking of, doing their own content for the longest time. Like a lot of the early stuff, they're like, guys, we're going to have our movies. Like, we're going to have our old shows and our old movies and anything new. It's going to come out on there, and that's what you get. Like, do not expect original content from us. We're not, a Netflix or an HBO or something like that. And all of a sudden, I think DC came out with their stuff, and they're like, hey, Titans. And Disney's like,
we have shows.
Wait, we have stuff. Like, we've got Star Wars. Let's Mandalorian. Oh, we've got
Loki's
we've got Loki and Scarlet Witch. Let's throw them in there, and like we can have the backstory to how Scarlet Witch lost her accent. People will watch that.
Loki survived Infinity War. Loki survived,
or is it going to be based off something else?
Loki survived Infinity War. Hashtag Loki survived.
Stab with his left hand. Just saying.
No,
he's dead.
No,
you don't.
No one's dead. Quicksilver's coming back. That was part of the news that was kind of somewhere in there. That's
I don't know.
The guy who plays him is staying very hush hush, but the
Of
fact
course,
that they're
all
traveling,
of them have to be hush hush.
I know, but the fact unless you're Mark Ruffalo or Tom
Holland.
Holland, and you're given permission to say certain things.
Even Anthony Mackie's not very great.
He's fun though.
Yeah, he makes a joke out of it, so you never know if he's real or not.
Yeah, like with him, you're like, is this a true thing you're saying, or are you just trying to
Unlike
like
Mark
play
Ruffalo.
with my emotions? Yeah, where Mark Ruffalo just
Like
says something.
everyone
and it's like,
dies everyone dies at the end of this
no,
movie.
it was like half the people are dead
Yeah.
by the end of it, and it's just and you see Don Cheadle just like,
Really?
Yes.
and then even Tom Holland, like they showed off the new Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
Even Jimmy Kimmel was like, so does this movie take place after Infinity War, or is it a prequel? And he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
GTG. GTG.
Yeah.
Does a flips off the stage.
But either way, yeah, Luke Cage has been canceled, which does bring up the whole rumor of does this mean
Moon
Heroes
Knight.
for Hire is coming?
Moon
Knight.
Moon Knight.
Totally out there.
Moon Knight.
Tony's bet is on Moon Knight.
Moon Knight show.
The rest of us are, yeah, I'm hedging on.
Oh no, I want Luke Cage Heroes
Heroes
Fire
for
as well, but I also want Moon Knight.
It would make
I want
more
Moon Knight too, but
sense.
Like it would be
They're
the
not-
craziest show for them to try and do.
And apparently, the big piece to all of this too is, you know, the word on the street would be that Disney Play is not going to have anything above a PG-13-esque type rating.
Mhm.
So any of the hardcore stuff that we kind of see on Netflix, you know, the Daredevils and that kind of stuff, is
Again,
not going to make its
Moon
way
Knight.
over there. Moon Knight being that kind of thing, and then the unfortunate part of that is like Hulu is the one that will get all of that stuff because Disney, come January 1st, will own 66% of Hulu.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, we'll just put our stuff on there then, and it's like, can you bring it to Canada then?
What's Canada?
Pretty please.
Hello?
I secretly hope that Disney Play comes to Canada, but at the back of my mind, I don't see it happening.
I don't know with it might.
Yes, it might, but
Like Disney, out of anybody, I can see having the juice to be like, all right, like, here we go.
Canada's always been forgotten.
Yeah.
Like we just received a regional Pokemon.
Yes.
Spoilers, but like Canada always seems to
Dude,
get.
it's the next thing.
Canada always like look at the DC streaming service. Like it's still not in Canada.
It will be eventually.
Well,
Yeah.
until then, you can watch the Netflix original
It's because
Titans.
the governments are so different.
It
I was
is. It
gonna
is.
say
It's the
it's the
CRTC. Bless it, James.
You owe me a Coke. Oh wait, no, I owe
Oh
you a Coke.
yay!
Oh man.
That's okay. I don't drink Coke anymore.
Hold on.
I still don't drink it.
There's some left.
That actually might be worse.
Chris is just like, I will Coke.
Yeah, but like the DC streaming service stuff, we are totally. It's unsponsored.
Money?
We
Or-
like money.
or-
Or sue.
or-
Or sue us.
or Coke. Like the pop, not the other stuff.
That's not legal yet.
No, it's not.
Yet. Keywords. Yeah, like the DC stuff. It's who knows when that'll be available in Canada. And
Yeah.
Next year.
again, with the CRTC,
I
we don't-
predicted next year. That's my.
if it's next year, then it's next year.
That's
but-
my end of the year prediction.
Sure.
Biggest flop of next year.
DC.
I would say the biggest. Flop,
DC.
but-
It comes to Canada with like 2 shows on it.
You can't even read any of the comics. The one reason why I want that service, mostly more than anything.
Yeah. Well, that's what we kind of forgot to write down that happened this week. We'll add it at the end.
Okay.
The Google event, in case I forget.
Sure.
That Google event?
Google showed off all of their new products coming out.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
No, that was all the leaks 2 weeks ago. They actually had the actual thing like
Yeah,
last weekend.
I'm pretty sure that was like 2 weeks ago. That was a long time ago.
The
I
slate and
think
all
you're
that
thinking
stuff.
Yeah.
Apple.
Because that news came alongside with the Assassin's Creed stuff.
No, that was all the leaks.
No, the Assassin's Creed streaming stuff that came
Yeah,
alongside.
that was the leaks. Then Google like the next week had all of their stuff. It was really badly done. Like Google's like, hey, we've got this new like phone, and everybody's like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, the worst
And they're
kept.
like, but did you
Google-
know it had a green button on the side? And everybody's like, no, thanks, you've really surprised us.
Sweet.
The
By
slate's, the
soul.
slate's cool.
I like the slate.
The slate's cool.
But
I will never use a
Green
Google
button.
Home.
it turns on my front and back light.
No, like whatever they have, their new version of it.
Oh, the one with the screen?
Yeah, I will never use
But
it.
you can do the Amazon Alexa thing where you can be like, call grandma or call family or whatever it is. And then
My
she's
phone
like,
does
oh.
My phone does that.
Not with a face. Straight from your living room
Anywho.
where you can call people accidentally in the middle of the night.
while
You're
sexing.
sleeping.
While sexing. While sexing.
Or just sleeping.
Oh yeah,
'cause
they were
people
like
talk in their
they were
sleep.
very clear. Like we're not putting a front-facing camera on this thing at all. Because safety. Thanks, Google.
Well, and Facebook's apparently trying to develop something akin to the Google Home or the Alexas,
Surprised.
and everybody's like, "Why would I put that in my home?"
That's
Like,
the thought.
we
of
After
already
all those
We
stuff
already know
we've
how
heard.
many like
all of the
privacy
co-
issues,
of
and you're
all-
putting a camera in my house? No.
Cool.
Either way,
Moving-
Luke Cage has been canceled,
Sad face, but
which is
Well, based off the last season. Though.
yeah, but yeah, it doesn't surprise anyone. But it's more the Heroes for Hire potential is increased.
yes, very much so. With both of them being canceled, and everybody's like, "Well, Jessica Jones is filming their
three,
their
yeah.
season 3."
But this is the last season for the director, so they don't know.
yes, the show.
And you know what? If it's the last season, if they finish it off, if they wrap it up,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
the showrunner is actually moving to DC TV.
Oh, there you go.
Everyone's moving over to DC apparently.
But yeah, they're moving that way. We
Brought
have
Joss Whedon, James Gunn.
Is Joss Whedon anymore?
no.
Yeah.
Oh, did he lose? Did he? Oh yeah, that's
Batgirl's
right.
not a thing anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no!
Darn, not the Batgirl.
What will
movie.
I ever do without that movie?
See, I'm excited for James Gunn and Suicide Squad because that's really a
don't know.
redemption arc for everybody.
And as long as he can do his own thing, that's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah, they gotta fill a role for Batista.
Yeah.
Bane.
He's coming over.
Yeah,
Bane.
Bane works.
Bane.
As the Suicide Squad?
Why not?
Why not?
He runs his own gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
You know
thing-
what? At this point, DC can do whatever they
Suicide
want. No
Squad
one's
is
gonna.
very. It's
it's
always in
very
flux.
Bane has never been part of it.
Who cares? At this point,
He owns his own gang. He
Martha.
Anything's better than that.
runs-
No, nothing's better than that.
No, Suicide Squad.
I think you recast the Joker and put Dave Bautista as the Joker.
That's no.
Oh, that's a bold choice.
I know,
That's way
thank
too
you.
bulky.
That's bold.
I know.
Way too bulky.
I know. It'll be horrible.
Some of the
but it'll
Jokers
be
have been
so
bulky.
bad. It'll be good.
Croc.
Yes, he would be a great Croc. But
Very
Croc,
little lines.
Croc
big
will
dude.
Croc will just be a CGI character if James Gunn
Oh
takes
yeah,
over.
absolutely.
Like
I still think he could be a good Bane. He doesn't have to be part of the Suicide Squad. He just
shows up halfway through the movie.
Kind of like Batman.
See, perfect.
You
Because
can-
Dave
anyway,
Bautista can't really,
He doesn't really talk that much.
I hate to break it to everybody, but Dave Bautista's not the greatest actor.
He's getting better.
He's getting better, and he's putting
He's
the
actually
time.
getting a lot of roles.
He's putting the time and
I
effort
want to
in,
see
which
that
I
hotel movie
appreciate.
that he's in.
Oh yeah,
that hotel, hospital thing that he's
yeah,
in.
yeah.
I want to see that. That looks
Yeah.
funny.
But either way, yeah. Luke
Luke
Cage
Cage.
canceled. Iron Fist canceled. Thus meaning,
who's
of
next?
course, Heroes for Hire. Or if Daredevil gets canceled, we're all hooped. Like,
Yeah,
we
if
know
Daredevil
that this
is
the-
if
I don't think
Daredevil is the one that
Daredevil
gets
will.
it won't get canceled. But if that is the one that does get axed, all of the other ones will fall.
yeah, like if we
because
hear
it
in
is
another
there-
if we hear in another month that Daredevil's done,
Then
then it's over. Like the Netflix series.
Could be
of
Disney
Marvel
pulling
stuff
back
is-
their stuff though.
no,
And
it could no. It's all. It was
'Cause
apparently discussions between Netflix and the showrunners.
Yeah.
That canceled Luke Cage. Yeah, that canceled Luke Cage. So not really Marvel related.
Yeah, because
or
even
Disney
Marvel's
related.
like,
Marvel's in the background.
because Marvel still kind of can use the characters the way they wrote these contracts. They smartened up this time, as opposed to what they did with Sony and Fox, where they're like, yes, have these guys,
have
all,
And everything related to them.
and everything. Yeah,
Oh, no,
this-
not even write anything related. It's like just don't even
Yeah.
know who owns what rights to what.
Yeah. Let's just
who,
leave
owns,
it-
who owns Venom?
Random-
Yes.
random draw.
Yeah,
Who owns who owns Green Goblin?
it's
Yes.
like picking a dodgeball side, like Disney's on one side, like or Marvel's on one side. We'll take Dr. Octopus.
No, that's mine.
And yeah,
I
they're
was
like,
gonna
we already picked him, so no.
All right, Venom.
No.
Oh.
But yeah, so we do have these getting canceled. But yeah, I think if we see Daredevil get canceled, that means it's the end of these shows on Netflix. Which leaves them open, obviously, to this new Marvel type show that they're trying on Disney Play. I don't know how well it'll play out for some of them. Like Luke Cage,
Daredevil would make the transition pretty good.
pretty good. Daredevil and Iron Fist could make the transition pretty good.
It's
Alias and Punisher would have a harder time. Because the whole Jessica Jones thing is delving
Very
into
X-rated. She's an X-rated comic
She really
book
was.
character.
Like she started in
About
the
alcohol and
well, no, she started in the adult line of Alias was an adult line of comics. Like it was the adult only section of the comic section.
That's what
she
that
hooked
she.
up with Luke Cage
And then
Oh, yeah.
now
put
she's
herself down.
yeah.
Yeah. She's
Powers are
al-
also
she
different.
drinks a little bit less now.
Yeah. She just drinks on the side. Well, no, she's completely sober now in the comics.
Oh, is
they
she?
have because they have a kid and they're
Oh, yeah.
they're
Okay.
hitched and da 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 da. But the Alias line of comics when it first came out, delved into
was
all
bad.
the mental
Well,
like the
it was
mental
the-
abuse and the physical abuse and the alcoholism and the drugs.
I think
and
when they
this
tried
and
to do that with Iron Man, people didn't like seeing that with Iron
But
Man.
that was what Iron Man went through.
Yes.
Yeah, and they touched on it
They touched on it, but
Briefly
they want
to.
But if
briefly in two, and then they hit him with
no,
PTSD
in the comics,
in
the
the comics, yes.
comics, because there was what is it? One of the big lines like "devil in a bottle" or something like that
Yeah.
with Iron Man. Where
That's a really good line. That one.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're like, we want to do this more, but we don't want to wreck any more heroes, so let's make a X-rated character.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And just do it to that one.
And then even in the movies, they gave Tony Stark more PTSD than alcoholism than
Yeah.
to deal with. They're like, here's a demon. It's just not the particular one you had in the comics 8,000 years ago. And it's like, all right.
Yeah, people won't see it that way though. People still don't see it. Like everyone, you have that discussion. I have that discussion with people all the time. I hate Iron Man 3 now forever and ever. And I'm like, no, that's not half bad.
I'm gonna go check a door.
Every
quick.
bell is going on.
I know.
everything
My
is-
house is very.
Well, it could lead to the next.
Yes, let's go.
thing.
Let's move on to
This
the
is
next
more
piece.
your
Move on to
background.
the next piece. So Pokemon Go Niantic was teasing all last week with Sinnoh Pokemon Generation 4. Well, they turned that switch on, I think, middle of this week or Monday or something like that. You can start finding, I think, 20 of the Sinnoh
So
Pokemon.
not all of them.
Not all of them. They're doing it in waves again, just because you don't want their servers to melt.
Well, yeah, of course.
So go out there. It's the Piplup, basically the Pokemon from Diamond and Pearl and Platinum.
The game I did not play.
You know what? Coming from me, doesn't surprise anyone. But I like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So
Pokemon.
Sinnoh,
Oh, I
Sinnoh.
thought he
Not
just liked
comics.
expensive stuff.
I don't. Do you not?
No.
So yes, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum Pokemon. Sinnoh Pokemon Generation 4. That's your Piplup. That's your Turtwig. That's your Chimchar. The big. It's only about 20 of them right now, which is pretty funny because now Northern Canada, finally has its own regional exclusive Pokemon to call its own. What is it?
It's a keychain.
What's in it?
Nothing.
Whatever.
Oh shit! Was I not supposed to open it?
No, it opens.
Okay.
It opened up from the back.
Yeah, that's why I was like, huh? Neat. So yes, Canada finally has its own regional Pokemon to call its own.
And what is it?
It's Pachirisu.
What the heck is a Pachirisu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Research.
Pachirisu is a lightning squirrel.
Oh,
Pikachu.
that one.
It's the white lightning squirrel.
The flying squirrel?
No, that's Immobile.
Oh, well, then I'm out.
That's Immobile. Let me load it up here. Oh, I know. The Pachirisu. You've seen it.
Oh, him. Okay.
You've seen it?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know their names anymore.
I don't know if this will come across. Yeah, it'll come across. Pachirisu. So you can only get that above Red Deer, the line to Red Deer.
Hey, it's us!
Yes.
We have our own Pokemon because we're
do.
the only thing above Red Deer.
Yes. Red Deer, and then apparently some parts of Russia.
Some parts of Russia.
So it's above like the 52 latitude line.
Alaska has it.
Yes, Alaska will have it.
Yeah.
Some parts in BC will have it, and some parts in Saskatchewan and Manitoba. I think the cutoff is just
Quebec.
south of or shy of Quebec. So the
Newfoundland?
Maritimes got shafted.
Newfoundland.
So they'll get like, I don't know, some kind of shellfish Pokemon, I bet.
Probably. I have to laugh.
Shelter.
Yeah, that's too late for that.
There was a discussion about cities north of whatever, and just
Fort McMurray.
how much of Canada. Well, because it's not a city.
Oh yeah, it's a town.
Town.
Yeah, it's the town of
Okay,
Fort McMurray.
technically Sherwood Park is a hamlet.
Correct.
I don't think I was supposed to open this.
I'm pretty sure it opened. If not, then I opened it. So
Okay.
because I did it before in the thing, but in the plastic that I was trying to open. But
Anyways,
people were talking because like 90% of Canada lives, within driving distance essentially of the border to the United States of America.
Sadly
Only the
enough.
crazy people live further than that, and it's like,
Yeah.
welcome
Us.
to Crazy City because we're the only city like above that line, really.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what?
Winnipeg.
We're the furthest north of that line. Like people are like, so do people from Edmonton like go into the States often? It's like, are you insane? It's like an 8-hour drive, man.
No way.
So yes, now we can catch Patrice, which is nice because I'm going down to Portland
Yeah.
in next week. So I will have. I'm arranging some people's trades already. So cool. I like.
Get them while they're hot.
Progress.
Tony's down there. Like, get them while they're hot.
I can give you one a day. I can do one a day.
That's progress in that game.
And I think
There's lots of progress in that game.
I haven't been on it. Like a month.
No, but really, just with all the events and all the things.
Well,
and
it was funny. What was it, a couple of weeks ago? There was like 5 events.
Yeah, we
what
were
felt
talking
like
about
it was
that.
tiered on top of each other. We had a psychic event. We had
Yeah.
Mewtwo. We had a Women's Day event. We
Yeah.
had. It was just so many things all back to back to back in one day, and I wasn't sure what was going on.
Why am I catching Eevees that have a Squirtle riding them?
Oh my god, that would be amazing. Eevee needs to have a special hat. I'm just saying.
At this point, I'm probably when Pokemon Go releases. I bet you they'll do it. Or
Hopefully.
Let's Go.
I'm assuming because after what month is it right now? It's October. It's October. So we're gonna get a Halloween event probably coming on Monday for the next week,
Yeah.
and then November is when Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Eevee come out.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's when they'll do some kind of cross marketing where it's like catch as many Eevees. Or choose a team. Choose Eevee or Pikachu, and at the end of the event, we're gonna see how many Pikachus and Eevees were caught.
Splatfest.
Except with Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
It's just Eevees and Pikachu spawning everywhere.
I see that being a Splatfest event too.
I could see that. They did it already with the 20th anniversary,
Yeah.
red or blue.
Red or blue.
So,
Blue.
yellow or brown. I'm gonna be spewing out brown.
You can't. You don't have Nintendo Online.
Oh well.
You
I can't. Apparently I can't even touch leaderboards. So
Yeah.
anything that has online stuff attached to it, I can't even touch it.
I can.
I really don't.
I
care.
also.
I have not been on in.
No, me neither.
on
I was
mine.
gonna say like I don't feel like I'm missing out.
To be fair, I've played.
I'll do the NAS stuff.
Some DBZ online just to see if I.
Apparently the netcode's getting.
I played some of those arcade games.
Apparently the
NES
net,
ones? Yeah.
That's all I did.
Yeah.
It's not online though.
I read that the Splatoon stuff got better as soon as the paid service rolled out.
Oh, that's good. I should
That's what
actually try that out.
I heard that less people were just being kicked.
My Switch has really been a portable console lately, so.
I'm gonna pick up Axiom Verge pretty soon here. Now that I'm kind of through with Dead Cells.
So. There.
But yes,
Pokemon.
Sinnoh Pokemon are out. I think the next wave for the Halloween will be the Ghost type Pokemon.
Yep.
From Sinnoh, as that seems like the only logical way to do it.
Nope, they're going to release the fire types. Why not?
The water.
Nope.
The grassy
Fairy type.
No, they should release the grass types now because
Yeah,
it's
in
legal
Canada
now.
at least.
It's legal. We should have had
Only in Canada though.
only the second country to become fully legal.
Did you see that that ingenious girl guide?
Yes, the 9-year-old in front of the store.
Yes.
30 boxes in 45 minutes.
She sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She should have done.
She should have gotten
had
more. She should have
Well,
gotten more.
But when you go to get them, you're not thinking like, yeah, we can sell that.
Oh
many.
no, you would
get,
be
like,
thinking that.
Well, no, but when you originally order how many cases you're going to sell, like the Girl Guide troop would be like, okay, every girl gets 3
Are you
cases.
allowed to mark up those prices?
No.
No.
Okay, so you have
Because
to sell it.
it's a fundraiser.
Yeah, you have to sell it at like $5 or
Yeah.
whatever.
It is
a box.
$5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's $5 a box. For
But yeah,
12
she sold
cookies.
out pretty quick.
I know.
She sold out faster
Feels
than.
like 12 once I'm done the box.
But when you're really.
Yeah, I guess so. And again, I don't. I actually. So last night, I guess I'll talk about this in the post-credit show more. But yesterday, I went into a store that will, at some point in the next month, become a
I have yet to do
A
that.
girl
a
guide.
marijuana. No,
Oh.
a marijuana.
Cannabis
A
store.
cannabis
Oh, yeah.
place. Right now, it's studs in a floor, but
They're popping up.
they're everywhere. Either way.
Moving on. So Rockstar. Okay, so I don't know how this news got like overinflated. We've got Red Dead Redemption 2
In
coming out
6
next week.
days.
Next week. This.
Which I won't be playing for like another year.
Yeah, I'm
So
not-
you get another.
No, I
external
just have
hard
a
drive?
backlog of stuff to play. I don't want to hop into another. Again, I'm kind of in the middle of Horizon.
Mhm.
Like,
Well, I say that about a lot of games right now, but I'm just buying as they come up.
Well, but
The
see,
thing
if
is,
I
like, it's
know
gonna
this
be
one, if I wait a year,
it's
I'll
gonna
get it
either
on
be
sale.
it's either gonna be cheaper or there's gonna be like a Game of the Year edition, which is the same price.
Wait till
but-
Christmas.
No, it won't be. No, it's too close to Christmas.
Wait till Christmas.
And at most, it'll drop maybe $20.
So
Yeah.
$20 is $20.
I know, but I can wait. I can wait longer than that. Like I said, I have a lot of games I gotta catch up on because I'm playing through all the Uncharted games again. Then Uncharted 4,
Good
which
choice,
I've
good
yet
choice.
to play.
Good choice.
Then
good choice.
Infamous Second Son,
Yes,
which
good
I
choice.
still have on my docket. God of War, which is still on my docket. I have to finish Horizon, which, judging by the size of this bloody map, is never gonna happen.
Oh, it's so gorgeous though.
So nice.
I don't know, not the way you guys were riffing on it yet last week.
What? No.
No,
It is
I
a great
watched.
game
It's
with
just-
minor issues.
Yes, things that pop up randomly.
There are a lot of minor issues that you guys were describing.
Okay, it gets to be a lot more once we start discussing it, but they're not like I'm not playing this game
I'm not-
anymore.
I was
I'm
not
not-
here.
Yeah.
I am here this week to defend it.
It's a good game.
If it's not a good game, then why am I late all the time to work because I'm playing it in the morning?
I don't know.
Well, then did you ever...
Like exactly, like that's the like all of a
It's
sudden.
still really fun.
Yeah, look at clock, look at look at clock, look at game, look at clock. 2 hours. Oh,
It's
yeah.
2 a.m. now.
great game. Just every once in a while, there's little pieces that take you out of things.
Yes. Anyway, so moving on. So Rockstar's Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out this week or next week. I guess is it considered this week? No, it's
Yes,
not.
no, it would be next week.
Next
Next
week.
week.
So next week.
Friday.
But a news
Friday.
report that came out from I think New York Times or something. I don't know. Someone had mentioned like, oh yeah, with the time crunch, Rockstar has been really demanding on the development team,
Yeah.
asking almost over 100 hours a week to get this game out.
You have overtime, eh?
Like overtime on top of overtime. What
Yeah.
feels like,
Uh,
which is crazy, if it was true. But Rockstar has since lifted the not I don't want to say ban, but it lifted a social wall, saying to the developers, you guys can talk about your guys' hours and how you feel.
Well,
about,
essentially, there's
like,
probably an NDA right now for all the developers. Like, you cannot discuss this game,
after all the
Right.
Telltale stuff.
but like you can't discuss this game, and then
Oh, that's what we forgot about, the Telltale stuff. Anyways,
we talked about Telltale.
no,
games.
there's the Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
It was
Um,
a few weeks ago.
no, there's a more recent.
But
Anyways.
like with this one, I think it was like there's an NDA, so the developers are like, we'd like to say something because we know we're not. Like,
Yeah,
can,
we know
we
you guys
want to
are-
defend
can
ourselves.
we defend you and ourselves here?
so
And
yeah,
they're
the
like,
company's
okay,
like-
you may talk about that, but not the rest of the game. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, of course we you of course.
But
not.
I think that's why they couldn't speak in the first place and had to
Right.
be given permission to
correct.
say something.
So yes, so a lot of the lead developers, producers of the game have come out and said yeah, you know what? I've worked maybe 50, the most I work is 50 hours a week.
Yeah.
It's not actually that crazy.
So-
At most I
so
do
10
2
hours
hours.
a
Yeah,
week.
I
So
do
it's
2
probably 100 hours combined of all the employees.
No, and you know what? It's up to the
Which would be
it's
the-
up to the certain employees to voice their opinions, but the ones who have come out and said, yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's like crunch time, but it's not like
But you knew that's coming.
right, especially for a game of this caliber that you've been working on for 5+
The
years.
size of it.
Yeah.
For 5+ years, it's yes.
Every business has that point where it's like a year-end type thing or this
Mm-hmm.
or that you have to.
And this is gonna move units. It's going to sell.
Yes,
People
and for
are
your
going
company,
to this is a big hallmark title for them. They
Yeah.
needed to get it out before Christmas.
and especially again with
So,
a
yes.
video game company, it's not like you have income coming from and Rockstar does with
Mm-hmm.
GTA Online and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not like there's a steady stream of income coming in all the time
I
for
think
you. You have to get these games out. They have to be big enough so that you can be like, all right, now we can take this money and throw it into the next whatever.
I think a lot of the story is coming from the backlash of Konami and how they treated Kojima and his team.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with that, because all the news stories
Yeah.
from that was painted Konami in the prettiest of pictures.
But we get those stories even from visual effects studios too,
Mm-hmm.
of these people working, hundreds and hundreds of
Yes.
hours and not getting compensated and not even getting their name in credits and not even
Mm-hmm.
all of that stuff because the visual effects, companies are underbidding and underselling themselves, and then it's like you have to get this done, and it's like what? Or you're fired, and it's like okay.
Or you're not paid.
Right, and it's like, and you're sitting there going, aren't there labor boards?
No, apparently, no. I'm
Like,
sure there is.
I'd unionize so fast. Just saying.
Yes.
I would.
But yeah, a lot of the developers have come up and said like, yeah, no, we're
It's
cool
really
here.
not that bad.
Yeah, like it used to be bad. I think the key takeaway is that it used to be 70, 80 hours a week, but now they've, in light of all these developmental studios under so much pressure and so much limelight, the Rockstar themselves have been very much
And again, there's only so many people in that industry.
And you look like inversely in Telltale, like that company collapsed at the snap of the fingers. Like that's poor management as opposed to good management from Rockstar.
Mm-hmm. But even all those people from Telltale got canned, and how many of the studios were like, if you worked for Telltale, please come and see us. Like, we have jobs.
Yeah.
So, but I think that is a big part of the overtime, too, is one, you want to hire skilled people, because you don't want, Joe Blow working on Red Dead Redemption 2.
Just getting out of visual effects school.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm ready to get my knees
those
wet.
commercials you see for like on late night TV where it's like, do you want to make video games? And it's like,
no.
I'd be interested. And it's like, come to this random named school somewhere
You can
in
even
the
do it
suburbs of
on-
Ontario.
You can even do it online.
Yeah.
We'll ship you your certificate.
Exactly. And it's like, I feel like
That
you're not a
seems
real
legitimate.
school.
Are you in India?
Are you going to actually get me a job? Like, are you one of those places that, College of, what is it, University of Phoenix sort of thing?
Yeah. Trump University.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's the big piece is you're not just going to hire Joe Blows. So you have to have skilled people, but there's only so many skilled people. So yeah, those people are going to end up having to work
Overtime.
extra time. It's
Especially-
whether they want
yes.
to or not is the...
Yes. And again, with such a big title coming up, you're guaranteed.
Publicity.
I'm assuming Insomniac was exactly the same thing when Spider-Man was coming out. Like
Sure, there's
the
no
last
way that
month-
those guys were getting any sleep in the last couple weeks and the last
Yeah.
month before,
It's all publicity.
And at this point, I mean, any press is good press.
Yeah, I'll say. No news is bad news.
So, and now they get to tell their side, and everybody goes, "All right, Rockstar, way to be!
Yeah, not too bad at all.
I'm totally gonna buy this game that doesn't fit on my system."
I'm gonna buy it anyways, but not right now. I don't think you need my money. I think other people want your game just as bad as I do.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. I think they'll be okay.
I'm
I
actually
have
still
800
surprised.
other games
I'm
to
just
play.
still surprised there's no PC version of that game.
It's
I
too
don't know.
big.
I could fit it on my computer.
What kind of issue is that on a PC? I have a 2 terabyte drive. No.
The game itself, it just comes in a box. It's its own drive.
I'd buy
What
it.
were they talking about with that game too, where it's coming in 2 separate discs?
For like Blu-ray discs, that'd be insane.
No.
Well, that's what they're talking about. Like, go old school with these, and they're going to come up in some systems with
No.
2 different discs.
Not that I know.
I thought I heard that.
Well, if that was the case, then I'm surprised Metal Gear Solid 4 fit on one disc as much as it did, because I used every megabyte of data.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know.
While we're speaking about good companies, bad companies, Telltale, obviously we all know how that story panned out with those employees. I hope they all landed on their feet.
Most of them, at
most
least.
of them.
Unless
But
they were involved in that engine.
But it sounds like they might be able to be brought on, hopefully, because Skybound has picked up the last 2 episodes of The Walking Dead.
2 or 3?
I think it was 2. I think they were going to do
That was
4.
3.
Either way, they've picked up the remainder of the Walking Dead file.
Episodes, eh?
So that's excellent. Skybound, if you're not familiar, they are actually the people who do all of the rest of the Walking Dead's merchandising and media. So they are responsible for like the mobile game. They're responsible for a portion of the comics. They're responsible. They're not AMC, so they don't do the TV show, but they have Walking Dead.
So at
lore.
least they're gonna let this game end
Right, and so
the way hopefully it intended to end.
I think some of the comments coming out of New York Comic Con, that's when this news dropped, was I think the CEO or something was talking about, oh, we can't lose both Lincoln and whatever the girl's name is, Clementine in the same year, because Andrew's the actor is leaving the show, right?
Yeah.
So the big piece is like, holy crap, like Walking Dead's gonna lose a lot of things this year.
Well, it's already dropped.
They said the ratings are the worst.
It is.
Their ratings dropped by half.
Yes.
From like end of last season to season opener, half the people stopped watching.
Right.
And it's like, woof.
Yes.
Yep.
From a series that everybody played and watched.
I was going to say from a series that everybody
And
was
read.
watching to the point where... And I got the reading part because a lot of people were into the comics
Well,
first.
the comics were good.
Yeah.
I just didn't like, in my own personal opinion of it, I didn't like how they separated from
too much, right?
Yeah.
Because that was
Way
Graham's
too
problem
much.
too.
Way too much.
That was Graham's
Like
problem
Game of Thrones
too.
did with the show, but their stuff was fine.
Yeah, but from what you guys have said about Game of Thrones, because like I haven't read the Game of Thrones books, I've only watched the show. What you guys have said is it's more added content
Yeah.
as opposed to taking the story in a completely separate
Well,
direction.
the characters are different in
Yeah, my
the
understanding.
show, or in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
My understanding
But
with
they
the Walking Dead stuff is they pick the cool parts from the comic and then put it into the show,
Or
whether
ch- but they'll
it's in
change it.
context, whether it's in context or not.
Yeah, or they'll change a character from that, and yeah.
and make it.
Well, because Daryl became such a big hit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, duh, he did. He's one of the Boondock Saints guys. Like, you didn't see that coming?
But yeah, it's just
He's in Death Stranding.
yeah.
Come on.
But that's what I mean. Like, he is that actor that would be the guy who
He's a
attracts.
he's a spokesperson for
Like,
that show. He
he would
made a
attract
game.
people.
Like he was the main character of one of the mobile games. Oh wait, not even a mobile game. It was on consoles.
Yeah.
There's a Walking Dead
Oh,
game
yeah,
where
yeah.
he was the main character.
Yeah.
So
But again, he's that actor. He's that character that's like that. Just himself.
Likeable.
He's a likable guy whose characters, even Boondock Saints, they go and do horrible, horrible things a lot of the time. But you're like, yeah, they're so cool. Because it's him. He exudes that. And it's like, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I'm glad Skybound has picked up the last of The Walking Dead just to finish that tail off. I know that Steam and PlayStation and Xbox have all taken the season pass and this game's down.
Yeah, but
From
once
the store.
once everything gets
Yeah.
rolling again, then
Yeah, and I'm assuming based off of how the bankruptcy stuff went, it's easy to turn that from on or off to on. Like
Yeah.
the money goes from no one now to Skybound and
Yeah.
and whatever company that's developing it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Did you guys see? Also, I guess is a weird little additive thing. Those people that took Harrison Ford's face and put it on top of Solo.
I've heard of this.
There's this group of guys that's created this weird AI, that can superimpose pictures of actors, because it goes through like all the pictures of Harrison Ford
Yeah.
and pretty much creates his face in
Solo.
in any direction. Then it goes to Solo and it looks at whatever his name's face is. Aldridge.
Killian.
Yeah. It looks at his face and it goes.
Killian
Yeah.
is a Marvel
I know.
villain, guys.
Killian. It's with the K.
I don't know.
I can't pronounce
The
it.
dude from Solo, but it looks at his face and goes, okay, he's looking this way. Take a picture of Harrison Ford. Smack. But it keeps the lips kind of in the right place, so it's a very static almost shot of Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of scenes where like it shows him walking in and it's like that looks like a younger Harrison Ford instead of the voice is still a little off, but
Yeah.
it's like that's interesting that whatever this tiny group of guys is created that kind of tech. Like they're gonna be in business soon.
Oh yeah.
Google will pick them up.
I was gonna say, or the guys who are doing all the facial reconstruction stuff for Disney and Marvel will pick them up. Because I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp, you look at that, and again, Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas looking like they did back in the '80s.
We're gonna get some good-looking Sam Jackson soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what I mean. Like, you can't tell me that company doesn't want these guys working for them, going like, all right, we can
Unless
do this.
they've already perfected it.
Unless yes, they're
Or they'll sue the living shit out of them because it's like, well, that's our tech.
yeah,
Either or will happen.
yeah. So either way, that was kind of cool too. But that's it for the news
That's
this
it.
week.
That's it.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. If you liked what you saw, come to our website.
Yes, www.barrelrollnews.com. You can also like
Our
and
Facebook page and YouTube.
follow us on the Twitters
Ooktube,
and
Ooktube,
subscribe to us on Twitch and YouTube and Mixer.
Yes.
Like the videos.
Go to our
share
Discord.
The videos.
Go to our
Discord.
Discord's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
I get the notifications on my phone
Yeah, you should go and check it out.
when I get messages from peeps
Mhm.
and channels.
Yes, you should go check it out. Either way, thanks for watching. Join us for the post-credit show where we talk about movies we've watched, games we've played, and other sort of nerd junk we have done.
So give us about 5 minutes to get things reset, and we'll see you guys pretty soon.
Bye!